Okay. Greetings, everyone. I am State Senator Natalia Fernandez, serving as the co-chair of General Conference Mental Hygiene Subcommittee. On behalf of Senator Brooke, I would like to introduce the following Senate members here with me today: Senators John Mannion, Senator Simcha Felder, Senator Roxanne Prasad, and Senator Patricia Canzaneri Fitzpatrick.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Assemblywoman Aileen Gunther. I'm co-chair of the General Conference of Mental Hygiene Subcommittee. I'd like to introduce the following Assembly members: Assemblyman Phil Steck, Assemblywoman Rebecca Seawright, Assemblywoman Karen McCann, Assemblywoman Grace Lee, Assemblyman Jarrett Gandolfo, and Assemblywoman Jody, now I'm going to kill this one, Giglio.
I would like to also take this time to introduce Ariana Masio as the Recording Secretary of the Senate.
And Elizabeth McCormick is recording the secretary for the Assembly. I will now go over the Joint Budget Subcommittee guidelines. You go. I think you're right.
Agencies to be discussed at the Mental Hygiene Joint Conference Committee: Department of Mental Hygiene, Office of Addiction Services and Supports, Office of Mental Health, Office for People with Developmental Disabilities, State Council on Developmental Disabilities, the Justice Center for People with Special Needs. We look forward to working with the Assembly and the Executive on restoring the vital funding for addiction treatment and support services, mental and behavioral health programs and workforce, which includes mental health services for veterans, youths, Daniels Law Pilot Program, Crisis Intervention Services, Human Services COLA, and a wage enhancement for direct service providers. I would like to give the dais of my members a minute to speak if any senators would like to make a comment or addition. Senator Canzaneri Fitzpatrick.
Thank you, Chair. As ranking member on mental health, I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy to see the inclusion of a 3.2% COLA increase for direct care workers. This critical workforce has taken on tremendous responsibilities to care for some of our most vulnerable people, and it is crucial that we invest in them. After years of underfunding, combined with out-of-control inflation, the governor's proposed COLA did not go nearly far enough to allow these dedicated individuals to earn a fair wage. However, my one concern is that there should not be contingencies on the COLA like those included in the Senate and Assembly Article 7 language, and it should apply to all those in this workforce. I am pleased to see there's an increase in the funding for the Joseph P. Dwyer Peer-to-Peer Services Program in the Senate One House. I know my colleague, Senator Ashby, in particular, has been a staunch champion on this issue, and that program has had bipartisan support in light of how successful it has been in helping our veterans. I am hoping that these additions will make it into the final enacted budget. Where I am hoping to see more focus in our budget, however, is in mental health funding, specifically for students in schools. While I support the governor's commitment to expand school-based mental health clinics, I don't believe $20 million in startup funds is enough to get us there. And I think ultimately the state will need to make a commitment to help schools with recurring costs to support mental health care for our students, such as dedicated mental health professionals in each and every school. That is my goal, and I look forward to working with my colleagues on the budget to ensure we adequately address the mental health crisis that we are experiencing. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you so much, Senator. Any other comments? Hearing none, we'll go to the Assembly.
We look forward to continuing the conversation with the executive to get a three-way agreement on the rest of the items in the executive budget. It's very important that we work together to restore funding for those items that Senator Fernandez mentioned. In addition, there are also a variety of policy pieces that we need to continue to discuss. as chair of mental hygiene. 3.2, we were asking for 5.4, over 5%. We went to 3.2%. And I will say that both those that are administrators and those that are working in the down and dirties, 3.2% is to me not enough. And I would hope that at some point we would recognize the importance of these mostly women that work in these fields and increase the salary so that it would be a living wage. Many of the workers that are engaged in mental health and working in facilities, they work 2 jobs, not 1. And we want everyone to be able to work one job and go home to their family. So thank you very much, and we'll continue working as hard as we can to make sure this is a fair budget for those that are in need. That's all, folks.
Thank you so much. That wraps up the committee. If there's no comments, staff is in consultation with members and will continue to work through the issues until we get to the final budget. Thank you very much.